Oh, we're cruising you through a Tuesday in the good land. It's the show you didn't know you can't live without, spreading sports and stuff statewide from Racine to Rhinelander, Michigan to Tomahawk, everywhere in between. I'm Drew Olson, and the gentleman across, he's the second half of our show title. That's KB.
What's going on, brother man?
Hunter Baumgart's in his seat. He is being the producer extraordinaire and monitoring the NicoletLaw.com talk and text line 414-799-1973. You can text us now, but don't bother calling because through the magic of technology and Hunter's acumen as a producer, we have a special guest joining us on line one, and that would be none other than live from London. It is Sam Dekker, or according to our text line, Sam Big Deck Energy and Sam the Dagger. Sam, we've been trying to think of a nickname for you because you like hitting big shots like Big Shot Bob Ori, and we're not doing very well. Welcome to the program. Congratulations on winning another championship.
Thank you so much. Good to be on and talk some Wisconsin sport. It's few and far between for me these days, so I cherish every opportunity I can do it.
When people find out that you're from Wisconsin, what do they have any opinion of us? I mean, what do they
or awareness
or anything like that?
I would say in London, not a ton of awareness of where Wisconsin is or what part of the country they lie in. Obviously you run into Americans or guys that have played in America. They know all about the state, but every time there's a chance for Wisconsin people to be in London, I hear they show out well. Last year when the Packers were in London, Londoners couldn't tell me how amazing and friendly and drunk they were. So that was a great thing to hear.
Well, it doesn't surprise me because I think it was only 3 years ago I realized that Liverpool isn't anywhere near London.
It is not. It's north of here on the coast.
Not even close.
No, it is not.
No.
But last year it was the first time that a bar, I think it was two bars, it got drank dry by Packer fans, and it was the first time in the 40 games that there have been American fans coming over here for NFL that has happened, and it happened in two different bars just because of Packer fans. So we wear the crown.
And if they played in Dublin, they might put Irish bars out too.
You're not wrong.
That would be pretty fun. We're chatting with Sam Dekker here again. He hit the big shot to lead the London Lions to a second straight title. So what have the last couple of days been since you hit that shot? Because it's you are across the pond. Was there a delayed reaction in getting texts and congratulations from friends, family, and all the celebrities that you know?
A little bit. Now the British Basketball League, our CEO Aaron Radin has done a great job and signed a bunch of TV licensing deals across the states. So it is funny when I'll get random tweets and stuff from someone being like, I'm at a bar in the Philly airport and I'm watching British basketball because we have a Bally's deal and a NBC Sports deal now. So some households are able to get it. I know some friends and family were watching on Bally. Like in the Fond du Lac area, said they were getting it. So got a bunch of texts like in the moment from some people watching back home, and then obviously people here. And then once it gets online on Twitter or X or on Instagram, then the texts and the chats flood in. So it was great. It was a great moment. Long year for our team and for me personally. So to end it on a note like that in a way that I love to do was pretty cool and a really, really, really proud feeling. And you can't really get much better than that.
You've shown a knack for hitting big shots, going all the way back to shooting down Racine Lutheran like 12 years ago at the state high school tournament, and then at Wisconsin, several big ones. What is it that allows you to hit those? I mean, is it just a confidence thing? Is it a mindset?
I honestly don't know. But I think I had 4 or 5 this year alone to a go ahead 3 or a buzzer beater. I don't know. Even if I'm like 0 for 10, I just feel like those are the times that you almost don't think, because you see, during that possession, you're kind of watching the shot clock, and you're seeing, once the clock gets under 10, everything gets a little hurried and rushed, and you almost just let your natural rhythm take over. And I guess that just comes from repetitions, and every day. And then you kind of just muscle memory it in those moments because it's bang, bang, and you don't even have a chance to think about it. And before you know it, it's going through the net and you can't even react because it would go so fast. And, those are fun moments. And to come through in those moments time and time and again, it just, I don't know, it makes you feel pretty good and makes it special.
It builds on itself. And your answer there is very similar to something Ryan Braun told me about his ability to get hits in the clutch when everything's, melting down and the pressure was its most intense. He said he just felt perfectly normal and comfortable in those moments.
Yeah, it's funny. Like there's a quote that someone told me a few years ago that I kind of love to kind of reflect on is everybody wants to be the guy until it's time to be the guy. And everyone wants the rock, or everyone wants the bat in their hands, or everyone wants the football, but who's going to run towards it and run away from it in those last few moments? And it's kind of fun to try to see if you can be the guy. And it's, we all struggle with confidence at times, and we all struggle with, facing adversity. But, in those moments, you got to try to just put those behind you and understand, like, you've put in way too much time and effort on this thing your whole life, even before you got paid for it. So why not just, try to do it like you did when you were a kid in the driveway? And I think that's where that natural rhythm takes over.
It's pretty sweet. We're talking to Sam Dekker here, Badger legend and a two-time champion with the London Lions here on the Drew and KB program. All right, Sam, we can have a little fun now. Well, first of all, I want to know what your ankle thing was like, and what did that make it more emotional for you? The fact that you had to grind through and recover from the ankle?
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously going back to my Wisconsin days, that ankle's been a thing that I've dealt with, and, sprained it a few times, in my time in the NBA. And last year, did it 3 times, and one time was very, very bad. And I knew that was, in the moment, I knew this was the kicker. So, surgery was needed, and almost a year to the date from my surgery last year, I wasn't able to play in our, championship last year that we were able to win. So to play in this game, I really wanted to get a chance to be out there for the title. And we had some setbacks this year. Anytime you have a surgery, it's never going to be always the best. And I kind of overshot I wanted to be Superman and say I can be back on this date. And then, that date came and went, and I tried to rush it, and then that didn't feel good. And we're just up and down, and I was in and out of the lineup all year, and really until about, February, end of February, that I was able to be cleared for the rest of the year. So, just mentally, it was a grind, and all athletes know that grind is physically it's hard, but mentally it's way tougher. So you just want to be out there with your guys, and to be able to come through in clutch moments, even when I was in and out all year, just really feel special because those guys are carrying the load, and you just want to help them in any way you can. And that's what makes it feel a little sweeter.
What's your basketball future? You just turned 30. You got 10 more seasons left?
Right. Oldest person on earth now, right? And that's how it seems
pretty much
the chat, right? No, it's funny. I feel like I am perpetually like 23. That's how I feel, which is a good thing. No, actually, the other day was the healthiest I had actually felt since my surgery. So I was almost mad that the season had to come to a close, because I'm like, now I can feel like I can peak. But it's going to be really, really nice to go into an off season not worried about recovering from something, and just being able to build towards day one of training camp and not worrying about anything. That'll be nice. But I got a lot of years in the tank left. Still love to play. Still love the game, and I think now I've gotten to the point where the game feels easy. Now I just want my body to now take over for the rest of it. So. I got a lot of years left, and there's nothing I'd rather do.
Soon he'll have old man moves, KB. The driveway old man moves.
That's right. So I was looking at the merch and the jersey. Do they know that the logo in the upper right chest is the silhouette of the 2 naked chicks from the Bada Bing and the Sopranos?
So that is our sponsor. Our jersey sponsor is a brand called Kappa. It's an Italian brand. Mm-hmm. This is our last year with Kappa, which we won't have that logo anymore. And next year we have I won't say who, but we have a bigger sponsor coming joining on, and it'll be a much cleaner look and a much more fun look, and
More
I think a
family
more
oriented.
just more basketball centric look.
Next year will be Silk Exotic.
That's right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No,
Or
people always
Cruising
think- people
Chubbies.
always
Cruising.
think-
Bean
people-
snappers.
Right. People always think it's two girls. It's actually a girl and a guy sitting. I guess it's something about this.
Oh,
It's an old
Oh.
brand. So it's an old.
It's
Okay.
Italian Cialis is what it is. It's a girl and a guy.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah,
Yep.
throwing footballs through a
right,
tire.
right.
All right, we're talking to Sam Dekker. Sam, is your young son, is he going to have a cheeser accent or is he going to have a British accent? That's one thing that's flummoxed me for a while.
It's funny. He he just turned 2, but he's a really good talker. And when he spends a lot of time with his he has two women here that watch him. They're British, and when he spends a lot of time with them, if we're on the road or something, he'll dip into that. Like we live right on the river here, and he'll say like, "Oh, it's a duck on the water," and it's just so it is kind of funny when you hear that. It's really cute. Or he say, "Oh," so the dogs will walk by and say, "Hey, little dog." So it is cute, and then he'll hang out with us, and then it'll go back to how I talk or Olivia talks. So, but Olivia's sisters really want him to come back with a British accent, and it is pretty cute.
You're gonna have to learn swear words in 2 languages because the British have a whole bunch of different ones.
I've played in enough countries, and I know swear words in about 30 different languages. So I'm not too worried about that.
You could drop some Turkish stuff and then you're
Oh,
safe.
sure.
I could drop a whole Russian, Turkish.
So-
I've had Croatian, Serbian. Anything you want. I got you.
All right, Sam, we got to know when you're over there and you're going to come home for the summer or whenever, what do you miss? What's the first thing you go? What do you have to eat? And then conversely, when you come home, is there anything you miss a lot about London?
Yeah. When I go home, what do I miss? I miss Culver's. I miss American grocery stores. Like the amount of choices you have is like
Crisps.
second to none. Right. I do miss. Oh, that's another thing. I miss like just getting like American, just like domestic beer, like stuff like that. Just very regular, everyday things I miss. And then when I'm home in Wisconsin or Kansas City with Olivia's family, I'll miss about London. I don't know, just you get into a vibe when you're in a place and you gotta get in a rhythm. So it's kind of cool living in a city this big and this massive, and like with some really old pockets and cool architecture. Those are things you miss. So and missing public transportation has actually kind of gotten fun for me with like trains and stuff. So sometimes you miss the hustle bustle, but I'm excited for the slower paced Wisconsin summer. Beautiful weather, sunshine, the lake. There's nothing better than July, August in Wisconsin.
Line and Kugels, bratwurst.
Yep.
All the food groups.
So, no, I'm safe to say I'm pretty excited to get home for a couple months and spend some needed time.
Get a proper fish fry with the family instead of fish and chips.
Yes, true. There's a big difference. I do like my fish and chips out here, but there's quite a difference. I'm a perch guy though when I'm home. So.
Of course.
Well, that's true. Yeah, your father-in-law is one of our favorites, and KB's always talking to him about Door County spots to hit, and the hole in the wall
that man
fish
should
fry
put some
places.
perch down.
He definitely can.
It's got to be lake perch too.
Yeah,
little ones.
Yeah, well, that's KB. As long as it's fried in beer batter, what do you care? I mean, come on.
Pan fried, Drew. Pan fried.
That's true. All right, Sam. So you're if you can stay up, and I don't know how you manage this because it's like people here who watch the Premier League and have to get up and go get their drink on and stuff. Mm-hmm. Do you drink late night watching the Brewers games and stuff? Because the Brewers are like an hour and a half away from first pitch in Miami.
Yeah, no, tonight I don't know if I'll stay up. I watched the first 5 innings last night, but I haven't slept much the last 3 days, so I'm excited to get a little bit of rest. The only time I stay up and drink and watch sports is the Sunday night Packers games sometimes. And those guys get late, but sometimes you just need something to keep you moving. So but I don't like missing too many Packers games because there's only 17 of them. So
that's right.
Olivia would kill me if I was up at 2 a.m. watching middle of May Brewers baseball. so I don't think I'll be doing that too much. But I try to I watch the recaps every morning, and any day game I watch, as much as I can. So.
Are you as surprised as everybody else at the success the Brewers have had this year post council and with a ragtag? What's it, Hunter, going to be 12 starters they're going to have used or what?
Yeah, 10 so far.
10 so far, and looking at 11 now with Joe Ross on the DL. Are you surprised by their start?
Yeah, I am. Kind of just goes to show when you have good veterans mixed with excited young guys, that's always a good mix. You see some places that have just too many vets that there's no youthful exuberance in there, and then there's all the opposite where there's too much youth and the guys just don't know exactly what they're doing and supposed to do. So I think they have a really good mix in the locker room, but it also is tough when your starters are on the DL and best reliever in baseball, and Hoskins out, and I just feel like guys are getting dinged up every night. So it's been like you said, a ragtag rotation so far. Guys that we didn't even hear of in spring training coming up and throwing innings and doing their best. So it's been it's never easy when you go last week when they go to Houston, a team that's trying to get back to their ways. Once they start hitting the ball, it's hard to win those series. So things happen, but you got to be happy with where they're at right now.
Who's your favorite current Brewer? I mean, there's a lot of young guys to choose from. Who would that be?
Well, obviously I've built a little relationship with, Christian Yelich through the years, just because he's been now in Milwaukee, 6 years now. So got a chance to know him pretty good. So, him aside, I think everybody loves Contreras, the things he's able to do, playing every day. I think that's the thing that's the coolest part of it. Obviously he's hitting and catching unbelievably, but just the way he wants to be out there every day. I think that's the kind of guy that you want as a leader. So that's, it's fun to see guys like that out there and showing that they want to be there. And I think Hoskins became a fan favorite early on. Just, he seems like a just cool guy to grab a beer with and talk sports and, get in your face. And that's the type of guy Brewers fans love. So, you want to see the young guys like Churio and Frelick and those guys doing well. They got a fun group, but I think William Contreras is the guy that you pay the tickets to see.
I think perhaps the Brewers will have you in to throw out a first pitch or something, and you can hang with those guys. I think that'd be pretty appropriate. Maybe bring the trophy with you.
It's weird. I feel like I'd be like an older guy in there now. That's weird with how young.
Hell, hey, the Packers have one guy over 30. It's Preston Smith. So you're rapidly being that guy.
It's funny. They're like Joey Ortiz, 25 years old, and I'm like, damn, I'm 5 years older than him. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, I grew up with your poster on my wall, Sam. You're gonna be hearing that soon enough too. Oh my gosh, Sam, we appreciate you joining us, man. Safe travels when you're in the States. Hope to see you. I'm sure I'll get a long list of folks that want to see you when you get back to the good land here.
Yeah, well, good talking with you guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
And maybe we'll arrange to have you on the Brewers post game show sometime for a day game, because then he'd be awake. And what do you think, Hunter? He can chop it up with the guys on the Brewers post game show.
I'd love to. I'm looking for any reason to talk Brewers baseball. So
fantastic.
All
right.
Olivia will never have it with me, so I need you guys.
Consider yourself hired. You are now deputized. That's awesome. Thanks for joining us, Sam.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it. That's awesome. Sam Dekker.